Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Alonzo, and I'm here to talk to you about sexting. First of all, can anyone tell me what sexting is? Well, to start you off, sexting is when you send naked pictures of yourself to people.
Hello, my name is Gabby, and I'm also here to talk to you about sexting. Here we have Jay Works and Khadijah Julie. So Works and Khadijah, we're just going to ask you guys some questions about sexting.
Khadijah, I have 3 questions for you to answer. One of the questions is, how do you think you can prevent sexting?
I think you can prevent it by telling the people that's doing the sexting about the effects that can happen to them.
Okay, the second question I have for you is, why do you think people do sexting?
Well, I think they do it just to be cool, because they probably feel left out and to show people what they have, but they really don't know what they really have until they think that it's really a gift.
Okay. And last but not least, the third question is, do you think sexting can harm your reputation?
Yes, I do, because like I said before, the effects, people could make fun of you, call you out your name, what you're not, because you don't really know what could happen.
How you doing, Works?
How you doing today, Gabby?
Good, and you?
All right.
Alright, I'm just here to also ask you 3 questions. First question is, what do you think sexting is?
Well, first of all, sexting is a form of pornography through cell phones. I mean, it's a terrible thing, and I think it's usually it's upon teenagers. I mean, a lot of teenagers use a lot of sexting, and it's going around a lot today.
Okay. Second question is, how many years do you think you can spend in jail?
I mean, last time I checked was about around 5 years.
Yeah, that's true. Last but not least, third question is, who do you think gets in trouble? The person who sends the message or the person who gets the message?
The person who receives the message, because you have the evidence that somebody was sending you, you know what I'm saying? Somebody was sending you naked pictures on your cell phone.
Okay, so we have a poster that we would like to show you all. Basically, the poster is, we have 2 people looking at pornography, basically sent by different people. We have some articles about people, teenagers who, 17, 18-year-olds that do sexting, and they become a sex offender.
Right.
Sometimes when people are younger, like 16 or 15, and they go to juvenile courts.
So these people who do sexting can become a sex offender. And also, one thing to tell y'all is that they just passed a law in Massachusetts saying that if you do sexting, you can go to jail for it. You don't want to become one of these sex offenders. It can ruin your life, and it is illegal. They just passed a law saying if you do sexting, you can at least spend 5 years in jail.
Do you think sexting should be legal? And the reason why I put that question out there is because what effect do you think it can have on people the most? I mean, half of the people around they like stuff like this. So do you think there should be a certain extent of sexting, or should it be just banned period?
I think it's just like Khadijah was saying, you can ruin your reputation if you keep doing it.
Well, you see, that's the thing. You see, when you say ruin your reputation, you might not ruin your reputation, because you remember we spoke about the type of people you're around. If you're sexting because of peer pressure, or you're sexting because you want to fit in, then it can't ruin your reputation, because these are the type of people you're hanging around. This is what they do. So you are fitting.
Do you think it shouldn't be banned, or?
I mean, you want to know what? I do. I do think it should be banned, because I think it's ridiculous. And if adults are using it, then to a certain extent, it's fine. But when teenagers are getting into the habit, young 14-year-olds, 13-year-olds, then it's time for a change.
Khadijah, you have a question?
Yeah, I agree, because you really don't know what could happen. Anybody could just see you, and then when they see you in the streets or something, they could just take you because they might think that you want it.
So you're saying they can find out where you live, whatever, by an access of something on
Or
it?
they might just know you.
They might just know you. Okay.
A lot of times I think why people do this is more of a cry for attention, because anytime you would want to put pictures, Because, I mean, sexting can go on and on and on and on. You send it to me, I send it to her, you send it to her, you send it to her. I mean, it can go all around the place. And I mean, at any time when you are willing to sacrifice your reputation and your body to put on, you know, your camera phone and send it to everyone, that's a cry for attention. I think you want to be known, like you said earlier, it may be because you want attention, but it is bad. And if you are in the habit of sexting, just remember that this is a crime. This is a crime, and not only that, it's illegal. And if you are into sexting, my humble advice to you would be, you know what I'm saying, try it out, because that should be.
I just think that nobody should ever just start doing sexting. Like, it's a harmful thing to people, or you can just ruin people's life by doing it, like putting it online and everything. And we have a monkey here saying, sexting, pointing at, don't you dare. And that's just a reason saying, if you want to be a sex offender, you're just gonna ruin your life. So what's the point of doing this to children that are younger than you, if males or females that are 20, 23, over the age of 20, or 18 or whatever, having girls or boys sending pictures that are 14, 16-year-olds, that is not good. So, we have also pictures here of sexting. We have these children here that are just like looking at pictures. She's mad. And supposedly we might know that she's mad because they're talking about her. They must have sent the picture, they must be talking, I don't know what is the problem with them. But just to let y'all know, for closing, don't ever do sexting in your life, because it is a bad thing and it is a crime. Thank you very much.